We've produced several videos in the past highlighting some insanely difficult riddles, and the response has been incredible. So why not do it again? The following puzzles are all designed to tax your mind, though it's possible some or all may simply be too taxing. If you can nail any or all of these, you may truly be a genius. As in our other videos, we'll give you 15 seconds to guess the riddle's answers. If you need more time, don't be afraid to pause this video and work the riddle out at your own pace. Either way, best of luck as we present 10 more complex riddles that will drive you crazy. Albert Einstein himself wrote this riddle, so you know it's going to be a tough one. He reportedly claimed that 98% of people won't be able to solve it. Are you one of the lucky 2%? Here's the riddle. There are 5 houses in 5 different colors. In each house lives a person of a different nationality. These 5 owners drink a certain type of beverage, smoke a certain brand of cigar, and keep a certain pet. No owners have the same pet, smoke the same brand of cigar, or drink the same beverage. Who owns the fish? Einstein offers 15 hints. The Brit lives in the red house. The Swede keeps dogs as pets. The Dane drinks tea. The greenhouse is on the left of the White House. The greenhouse's owner drinks coffee. The person who smokes Pall Mall rears birds. The owner of the yellow house smokes Dunhill. The man living in the center house drinks milk. The Norwegian lives in the first house. The man who smokes blends lives next to the one who keeps cats. The man who keeps horses lives next to the man who smokes Dunhill. The owner who smokes Blue Master drinks beer. The German smokes Prince. The Norwegian lives next to the blue house. The man who smokes blends has a neighbor who drinks water. This will help you create a 5x5 grid breaking down each person's nationality and house color, as well as who drinks, smokes, and owns what. Even then, figuring out who owns the fish won't be easy. You didn't think Einstein would go light on you, right? We'll give you 15 seconds, though you'll certainly need much more time to work out all the clues our friend Albert just laid out for you. Utilizing all these hints, and doing so with a pencil or on a computer since you likely moved facts all around the grid quite frequently, you'll eventually conclude that the German who lives in a green house owns the fish. Don't feel bad if you got stumped. Einstein intended it that way. This next riddle may seem like a particularly evil math problem, but math phobics need not worry. This is pure logic at its best. You are given a series of numbers. 1, 1, 1, 2, 1. 1 2 1 1, 1 1 1 2 2 1, 3 1 2 2 1 1, 1 3 1 1 2 2 2 1. Your challenge? Find the next series of numbers. Can you do it? Remember, there is no actual math involved. Good luck. You don't need math skills to solve this riddle, but you do need reading skills. Read each line carefully, and once you do, you'll realize each line is describing the line above it. So the first line reads 1. The next line doesn't say 11, but rather 1 1, as in the line above has 1 1. The third line says 1 2 1 1, as in the line above has 1 2 and 1 1. This goes on until you reach the final line. Using the same logic as before, you would describe the final line as follows. There is 1 1, 1 3, 2 1s, 3 2s, and 1 1. Written out in number form, that would mean the final line is 1 1 1 3 2 1 3 2 1 1. The green eyes riddle may just make you see red. In it, there's a prison island consisting entirely of green-eyed people who are forbidden to speak to one another. They've all been there their entire lives, and due to a lack of mirrors, nobody can see their own eyes. The prison guard will let anyone with green eyes free if they ask, but they have to go visit the guard alone at nighttime. Also, the guard will throw anyone without green eyes into a volcano. That means everyone's free to go, but since they can't see that they have green eyes, nobody wants to risk a fiery demise. You have the opportunity to speak to the prisoners, but are only allowed to say one sentence. This sentence cannot be new information. The riddle asks, what sentence would you say to set everybody free? Your statement should be, at least one of you has green eyes. This isn't new information, as the prisoners can clearly see that the other prisoners have green eyes. But because you told everybody this information at once, a phenomenon known as common knowledge comes into play. Each day the prisoners will observe each other and conclude that if one of them doesn't leave, that increases the probability that they themselves have green eyes. This process continues over as many days as there are prisoners. If there are 2 prisoners, it will only take 2 nights for both to conclude that because the other person hasn't left yet, they must both have green eyes. And so they both ask to be set free the second night. If there are 3 prisoners, that process will take 3 nights, and so on and so forth. Good thing the ruler of the island didn't force everyone to wear blindfolds. This is a variation of the famous impossible puzzle, and unfortunately for you math phobics, some math is involved. In it, 3 skilled logicians, Larry, Curly, and Mo, are gathered around a table. Larry says, "I'm thinking of 2 natural numbers between 1 and 9, inclusive." Inclusive meaning his sequence includes both the numbers 1 and 9. "I've written the product of these 2 numbers on this paper, Curly. I've written the sum of the 2 numbers on this paper, Mo. Looking at your paper, Curly, do you know which numbers I'm thinking of?" Curly says, "No, I don't." Larry turns to Mo and asks, "Mo, do you know the numbers I'm thinking of?" Mo says, "No, you knucklehead." Larry turns back to Curly and asks, "Do you know now?" Curly replies, "No, I still don't." Larry keeps asking back and forth until after asking Curly for the 5th time, Curly exclaims, "I certainly do now." Your challenge? Figure out Larry's 2 numbers. Also, if Curly had said no yet again, would Mo have said yes or no when it was his next turn? Like with Einstein's riddle, this impossible puzzle is best solved using a grid. This grid should have the numbers 1 through 9 as rows and the same numbers as columns. Each square in the grid has a 2-number combination. Automatically, you can eliminate about half since they're duplicates. 4 and 6 are the same as 6 and 4, for example. Then eliminate any combination with a unique product. 1 and 2, 1 and 3, 1 and 5, and so on, as any unique combination would immediately be identifiable as Larry's combination. Also, eliminate any combinations with products so large they can't be duplicated with the numbers 1 through 9. 9 times 8, for example, isn't a unique root to 72, but 36 by 2 doesn't fall within Curly's set of numbers, so it too can be eliminated. Next, do the same with sums. Any combination that is the only way to arrive at a certain answer, eliminate. Do it again with any remaining products until you reach Curly's round 5. At that point, there should be 9 remaining combinations, at which point you reverse direction and pick the only remaining unique product. That would be 2 and 8, the only remaining way to make 16 and Larry's combination. As to whether Mo would have gotten it had Curly not, the answer is no. None of the remaining combinations are unique, meaning Mo would have had nothing to eliminate or pinpoint. He would have kicked it back to Curly, who would have had another chance to figure out the answer. If he didn't, then it would have gone back to Mo, then back to Curly, on and on until either Curly finally figured it out or Larry finally had enough and smacked the both of them. And now for a lightning round of quick riddles that don't require tons of time to figure out. First up, I speak without a mouth and hear without ears. I have no body, but I come alive with wind. What am I? Try to not think so literally about ears and bodies. Focus on the wind and you'll realize the only thing that speaks and hears without a body and functions thanks to wind in the atmosphere is an echo. Here's a modern-day Sphinx riddle. I turn polar bears white and I will make you cry. I make guys have to pee and girls comb their hair. I make celebrities look stupid, and normal people look like celebrities. I turn pancakes brown and make your champagne bubble. If you squeeze me, I'll pop. If you look at me, you'll pop. Can you answer this riddle? Sounds like it makes no sense, right? That's because the way it's worded at the end makes this a trick question. The answer, unbelievably, is no. You cannot answer this riddle. It's said that 97% of Harvard graduates couldn't answer this riddle, but 84% of kindergartners could. This one is less a logic puzzle and more a testament to the power of not overthinking everything. This riddle is shockingly tough and relies entirely on your knowledge of the English language. What English word has 3 consecutive double letters? There are over 200,000 words in the English language, but don't spend time going over every one of them. Think of short words with dual letters, such as book and keep. Add a suffix to the end to make it a full word, and you suddenly have the only word in English with 3 consecutive dual letter combos: bookkeeper. Best of luck with this one. How can the number 4 be half of 5? You can't use math here since half of 5 is obviously 2.5. Get away from math and look at the word 5. Then literally remove half of it, leaving you with IV. If you know your Roman numerals, you'll recognize that as IV, or 4. In this puzzle, a cop enters a room to find a dead man hanging from the ceiling. But the room has no windows, no table, and no chair. The only thing in the room aside from the dead man is a puddle of water. So how did he kill himself? This is another example of not thinking too hard. He obviously hung himself somehow, and if there's only one thing in the room, focus on that. But how could a puddle of water possibly help a man get to the noose? Well, it could when it was a block of ice. And there you have it. Let's wrap this up with one more math-based riddle. 2 people live in 2 houses, and their house numbers are the reverse of each other. The difference between their house numbers ends in 2. What are the lowest possible numbers of their houses? Both houses should have 2 unique non-zero numbers, since they need to be reversed. So think of all those numbers and find each one's reverse combo. Now time for basic math. Find combinations that when you subtract one from the other will give you a different ending in 2. In this case, zone in on 1 minus 9. The smallest number ending in 9 is 19, and its reverse is 91. Subtract 19 from 91 and you get 72. That ends in 2. Ergo, the 2 people live in houses numbered 19 and 91.